This is my room. I belong here.
The empty room wasn't meant for patients, but many came and went anyway. Mr. Waits preferred to keep the door locked. He didn't consciously think so, but his primitive instincts wanted to keep visitors from entering in either direction.
I know that number. Where's that from? I did this. I wrote that. I don't know the combination. Wait, maybe I do.
Darling, I finally found that photograph from my time in France during the war. I don't expect this to be your fiancé, but it did make me think of him. What an incredible man he must have been. You were lucky in a way. He could have been a nobody and died falling into the Mississippi. Instead, he volunteered to travel across the world to fight for people in despair, dying with honor like Achilles at Troy. I am jealous of you. Or maybe him. It's all incredibly romantic. That's what I wanted to say. Please feel free to use my camera if you want to. It might cheer you up. It might bring him closer to you. Even if just in memory. Ruth.
How long have I been here? Is this how you travel, Ruth?
The war in Europe rages on, and America is doing its part to hold back the German aggression. Ships from Boston and New Orleans arrived yesterday to bolster our gallant forces in France. These men will play a crucial role in helping our allies defend the innocent and defeat the German war machine. In trenches, they will defend themselves against the charging horde with razor-sharp ingenuity, all while planning how to advance the front with the use of artillery, machine guns, and pure American spirit. There are more things than bullets and explosives that can teach a man how to turn right and left. On the home front, a deadly influenza has claimed many lives. In New Orleans, 1,000 souls have perished in
It was France, where John died. Maybe this meant she could save him.
I'll find you, John. What was that? God, I thought I was done with you. There's nothing here.
Today, the American Expeditionary Forces face
John?
considerable losses in France. The brave men fallen on these
John.
Elysian fields will forever be
Oh,
remembered as
John.
defenders not of just Europe, but the world.
What's the matter, Emily?
President Woodrow Wilson spoke to our
I can't do
country's
this.
war widows, asking them to stand tall.
What's the
and
matter?
remember their husbands
I can't take you
and
dying again.
speak of them proudly, and remember
I'm
them
still
fondly.
hurting.
What's the matter,
But
Emily?
the war effort in Europe is not our
Your death was just so
death numbers on the home front
Shameful.
are on the rise due to the
unfair.
influenza known as the Spanish flu. The New Orleans City Council decided to open yet another emergency hospital in the old Derceto plantation.
Where is this? Where am I?
Emily woke to an overwhelming smell of musty earth and gluttonous thick air. Where was she?
I need the key. Oh, come on. That's better.
Emily was back at Derceto, but sealed inside a part of the basement that was no longer in use. This was clearly a mistake. Emily had confronted her trauma. She deserved her freedom to carry on with her work on the contract. This prison felt like an insult, like the dog man was cheating her. If he wasn't going to honor her progress, then she was on her own. Of all the paperwork left inside this place, there had to be some document showing her a way out. She just had to figure out what the rooms were and how they were sealed.
Closing the Refuge, June 17, 1919. It is with a heavy heart that I must declare the Derceto Refuge to be harmful beyond saving. As an emergency hospital, we have over the last 2 years treated hundreds of patients suffering the so-called Spanish flu. Unfortunately, our mortality numbers are unforgivable. While the influenza in itself was often successfully treated, many died of fungal infections and sudden acts of violent madness. In order to dismantle the refuge safely, building engineers will survey what parts of the house are especially contaminated by the peculiar rot discovered by Jean-Baptiste Dubois. The rot is believed to be the main perpetrator in spreading the deadly fungal infection, but also the cause of the incurable madness. The most afflicted rooms will then be sealed permanently to create a cordon sanitaire. As the dead seem to exacerbate the spreading of the fungal infection, all bodies that can't be cremated by tomorrow will be forever entombed inside Deceto's sealed section. The refuge was never meant to be permanent, and as the influenza epidemic seems to be in decline, it stands to reason that we shut the facility altogether. Many brave volunteers have helped for very little pay to treat those in need for almost 2 years, and we are forever in their debt. All surviving patients will be transferred to other medical facilities around New Orleans as soon as possible. At the end of the summer, we should be able to leave Deceto to recover. Dr. Isaac Herbert.
What's that? $217. Oh, John. I didn't know this is where you would end up. I didn't want to know. I stopped visiting you because I couldn't stand the indignity of your awful illness. I was ashamed of you. Ashamed of myself. Forgive me. Please, John. Let me go. Are we done here? Is this what you wanted?
John Marcus died at Deceto of the Spanish flu. Emily stopped visiting him because she didn't want to see him waste away. She adopted a lie because it felt better, Emily hated the pathetic man that passed away in Deseto, but she was very proud of the man she made up, a man who died a martyr in the trenches of France. This must have been the true trauma that the dog man specified in the contract, but why was it Emily's and not Jeremy's? Detective.
Could it be real? Or is it all just in his head?
It's a story he tells himself, Mr. Carnby. Anything to avoid the truth.